mean, probably not. It is actually a fun idea. Maybe I should do an extended... Ooh, I'm gonna start backing up here. Nice. Oh, I was really happy that the Orc Priest was the one that was standing in front of us, and immediately they switched places. Well, we should still be fine to make it through this fight. We have a decent chunk of health at this point in the game at level 9. So I'm going to start fighting. If need be, I think we can start slinging off some paralyze stacks. So I'm going to tab for now. See, I don't like that you're behind me. Ooh, you did not get paralyzed. I should have double checked that percent chance to work. 46%? I feel like that should work. I'm going to use one more. I should maybe save those for scarier threats, but oh, as it turned out, we almost died. Or got to a scary point at least. I know, I always, in this game, when I see myself at half health, I basically equate that to almost dying because of some unfortunate situations I've found myself in the past. +3 Vorpal Mace on this buddy. There's cross-training between maces and flails and axes, so I could potentially pick up this mace and try it out. The Vorpal brand in a +3 will be a nice chunk of damage, but just because it's the right move doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I kind of like the style of our buddy Elder Hofi here. So we'll keep it going. Nothing too fancy to pick up. Ooh, I don't like an early killer bee, but we at the very least have curing identified. Of course, there's an ice beast right behind it. How are we doing for health? Not too bad. I was worried that the poison was working a bit worse than that. So we should be able to fight through the ice beast as well. If things go poorly here, we can start dipping into our emergency measures, but fortunately that was not the case. Oh geez, another, dang it. I was tabbing a little too quickly there as I was fighting the jackal, didn't see the next bee come along, but ooh, 2 bees. Don't like that. Do I have any early answers to you buddies? I kind of want to back up a little bit just so that we don't attract more enemies, especially more bees. But each time we take a step, these super fast little buddies will be getting attacks in as well. So I think what I might do is use one of these potions of Berserk Rage. It's a bit of an unorthodox solution to the problem here. It might not even be a solution. In fact, it might kill us if we're really unlucky. But I think it'll allow us to quickly clean up here, and then we can back up, and we have a lot of fully explored area to our left here. So lots of safe space to retreat into. Let's do it. Go Berserk. Start attacking. I'm going to take out this jackal just in case I have to run. Oh, that did not go well. Oh, I became paralyzed. Wait, what paralyzed me? Can bees paralyze me? Or I guess Berserk has a small chance of doing it. Wow. I don't know if I've ever actually experienced the paralyze effect after coming out of Berserk. That's funny. But that was a horrible call. Turns out, didn't make any progress here. In fact, lost some health. Now we're slow. Great call, brain. You did it. New answer. Paralyze this bee. And then its buddies cannot walk through it. Dang it, this bee was a little bit smarter and walked around. But we're going to do the same thing. If this doesn't work, this bee might move, and that would be a problem. Don't move, please. Oh, it moved. Okay, I'm looking at the mini-map, trying to track my way to stairs. Could go down into the temple. Kind of traps us, though. So if we can make it to here, though, this door will be a lifesaver. Okay, I'm gonna start walking down. Yeah, we're really slow. That's a big problem. Okay, I'm gonna take one more step. See where that leaves us. Now is where I pop one curing potion. Step, step. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can make it to this door without having to paralyze another enemy. Okay, I also have to account for the fact that these are gonna fail over and over again. When it's a 54% chance, you got this. Here, let's do it the old-fashioned way. We'll do it with Shift V, L, old-fashioned way. Oh my gosh, I've wasted so many stacks of this wand. Again, I maybe should have just walked away. One more? Okay, I'm no longer slow at the very least. So I feel safe enough to take a couple steps down, This is where I need you to show up Wand of Paralysis. Close that door. Close this door. Close that door. Close that door behind me. Get out of here, you dang old bees. Okay. It's a little bit scary and definitely wasted a lot more stacks of that paralysis wand than I was expecting to, but made it out in one piece. Just have to remember that there are bees here. Close. Go up here. Close. Okay, it'll take them a while to go around the long way. Won't worry about that. Okay, what's the best way for me to deal with them? I mean, now that we're coming in fresh, we might be able to take 2 or 3 bees a bit more comfortably. I think part of that was I got a little fancy with the paralyzing bees in hallways and running away, because did I do it 3 times? I did it at least twice, which means if I had just paralyzed bees and then killed the paralyzed bee right in front of me, we would have been through that fight anyway. So I guess we'll take that victory with a bit of a grain of salt. Let's lock that for now as well, just for the time being. Continue exploring the rest of this. Hello, Joseph. How scary are you this early? Quite scary. We do have 2 pips of piety now, which means we can smite our foes. And there we go. That confirms that we need 3 pips in order to start gaining followers. I don't want to use too much piety, but Joseph is a bit of an early threat here for sure. So we could think about throwing down a smite. Maybe we'll let Joseph close in with us, take a step in, because it's mostly that hunt and sling business that I don't like. He deals a lot of damage with full sling bolts as well. But I think his staff versus my axe is a bit more a fair fight. And by which I mean not a fair fight, and we're by far advantageous. Scary. Why do we keep running into the bees? Okay, run back and take 1 bee upstairs with us. There we go. That's much better. Still scary. Even 1 bee with really bad luck and bad poison stacks can do a number on us, but fortunately made it through that one. For now, we will not go back down that same set of stairs. Okay, there are 2 bees waiting for us here. I think I'm happy with this. Head to this stairway instead. And then from here, Shift X, and we will, I guess, head upwards this time. I've got to assume these are all the same bees. They're just following the sounds of combat. Ooh, there's one of them. Did not notice me. One time we wanted it to notice us and follow on its own. So I could yell out here. Dang it. So I wasn't actually trying to walk towards the bee, I was trying to beat it to here, which was probably also a poor idea, but I'm worried the other one is in here somewhere. Oh, maybe that was the same one, it just went around. Okay, there's 1 killer bee on the loose. Hopefully we don't run into it at the wrong moment here. I'm sorry, my brothers. I don't want to slay all of you, but must be done. Okay, we're through some of that nonsense. and hopefully have stabilized a bit. Giant spiked club is very scary, but got lucky again. Only took a few bad hits. And almost done. Done D7. There is a killer bee somewhere though, is there not? Just clicking around a little bit here, it won't waste too much time. There are hotkeys where in Shift X you can forget the entire level and re-explore it, but I'm not going to go quite to that level just to find a single bee. I don't think it will cause us too much issues on our escape up. More bees. Okay, so I'm trying to get just one next to me. We'll bring one up and then step off this, exclude that stairway, never worry about that again. And then find a different way down. And hopefully this one's a little bit better. Oh, there's that other bee. Hello, friend. I do believe bees themselves are susceptible to poison, so getting a lucky throw with the dart there definitely simplifies things. Let this jackal come down to us, and we'll take fights a little bit slowly, since we've seen that there are many fast monsters on this map. This is kind of a dangerous fight. The Ice Beast and a Hound could take a decent chunk of health off of us there, but feeling pretty confident in that. Ooh, I'd say is a single tiny bee almost takes us out on its own. Bees are a lot scarier than giant bears made of ice. Just keep that in mind. There we go. As long as we can fight them one by one, they're not too bad. It's mostly the horde that causes problems. And as usual against a ranged enemy, just take a few steps back around a corner, make them come to us, and then no problem fighting this buddy in close quarters combat. Now we can explore this level with a bit more freedom after taking out the bees themselves. Just gonna run away here to a nice corridor. Wow. Wow, this giant did a number on us. So again, this is where my instincts are just to keep swinging, because we could get unlucky, but chances are we could finish this in 1 or 2 hits and block most of the incoming damage. If I'm trying my best to stay alive, do I want to use anything? Because the converse thing to playing it too carefully and using consumables when you don't need to is you're not saving up enough for when it is really necessary later on. So if we're able to, I'd like to not use any consumables. I also just realized I have 8 of these orange potions. Why do I have 8 of this potion? I must have picked up a bunch. Maybe they all came from the ossuary. That's Time Sand Portal. Didn't realize quite how many there were though. Hopefully that's a useful potion. Probably won't be though. Back to the task at hand. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smite instead. It's, I don't think it can miss, is the main beauty behind it, so it should take out this ogre for sure, and then I feel a bit more comfortable fighting the hound. Even with low health here, it can bite up to 6 damage, so we're quite a few hits away from death against just that buddy. So we'll waste just a little bit of our early piety here to guarantee the hit, and by extension the kill, that ogre buddy. There we go. Making good use early of our God-given abilities. Now we'll stand around and let enemies come to us. Oh, I really wish I didn't have to kill that orc. Anytime you see an orc with a polearm of their own, in fact, I'm picking up this trident. They're definitely one that you want to be converting to your side rather than killing. Hello, heretic altars. My coffee here again. Wait as the slime comes to us. keep it moving. I'm gonna step forward once just to get into this nice corridor, but otherwise we'll let the enemy walk towards us. Up to 9 fizzy orange potions. Okay. Nothing too scary. Yeah, no named uniques yet, which is usually what gets me panicking. Oh, hey, speaking of which, so here's Pickle with Lemurs. Because that's not lemur. Lemur, maybe? An accursed soul magically bound to hellish servitude for the highest bidder. Its master slain will be freed, departing this realm with gratitude. So this isn't necessarily the best play. Once again, I'm going to make a call for flavor over actual usefulness. Because I think I could take this fight, especially if I find myself into a corridor. None of these buddies are too scary on their own. Maybe a little bit, but should be able to take them out if we really wanted to. But I'd like the gratitude of these souls. So I'm going to waste some piety just to ensure that we free them. There we go. The Lemures have departed this earthly plane. Again, that wasn't something necessary, but I stand by the decision. Oh gosh, and now I wish that I had not wasted any piety, because this is a very scary enemy. 28% chance to paralyze is not grand. Not great at all. Okay. What do we want to do here? I guess if we fully right click on this buddy, 15 plus 20 plus 2 giant spiked clubs worth of damage, which I should probably look up I would look up if we really want the exact numbers, but it's safe to say it's pretty high up there. I think something like a halberd, which is a like mid to high tier damage weapon, is something like 13. So we can safely double that number, in which case this two-headed ogre, not taking into account any of our damage reduction, could one hit kill us, I'm pretty sure. That's fun. I guess, oh, that's, I did really bad math, but still pretty close. Depends on those giant spike clubs. Regardless, I don't want to tangle with that too much in close quarters combat. So we could throw poison darts and try and deal enough damage. Got 55 health. It's gonna take a while to get that buddy down. They'll be stepping towards us. Well, we are almost on this floor. So here's what I'm gonna do. Throw just a couple darts. And then we're gonna start walking. And now this is something, it's very risky, but I think I'm gonna go with. Because I can go down these stairs. We're pretty much done exploring this floor. And this is the last enemy on it for all intents and purposes. So, could just leave them here for now. Much like a named unique, save it as someone to come back and fight later. The only issue is, if we pop downstairs and there's something scarier on the other side of these stairs, because coming back up will not be a possible solution. But I feel like almost anything we find is less scary than a two-headed ogre on D8. Let's do it. Ooh, hear the roar of battle. So there's also a Bailey down here, which we'll hopefully be able to find and go to. Another timed portal, so much like last time, I'm gonna, as safely as possible, make my way to an edge. Ooh, is this a corner? Corners are nice. Taking this just one turn at a time. Anytime I get in a fight, I also like to double check that I didn't accidentally skip through a bunch. Oh, hello, Grum. Oh, I cannot go up this stairwell. Let's maybe mark that real quick. But Grum here, you have a +1 Vorpal Halberd. Is scary, but is less scary than a two-headed ogre with spiked clubs in each hand. In fact, yeah, even with the wolves. So let's pull this buddy back. In fact, as we run away, the wolf is gaining on us, but Grum is not. So it's a nice way to split up our enemies here, take out that wolf right away so we can close in and not have Grum poking at us from behind his pets. And there we go. Not too shabby. I'm definitely picking up this halberd for the future. And very distant portcullis. That's not great. Does mean that we want to switch up to the other side of the map. I'm just going to head up for now. Taking steps into darkness, which is scary, but doing okay so far. No more messages. Okay, we're up at the top of the map now, so I'm kind of doing a survey of the land here. Still very distant. I'm actually too close to the outside perimeter, I think, for efficient finding here. Oh, we hear the creaking of a distant portcullis. So now we're a little bit closer. It could either be to our left or it could be down in the center of the map, just a little bit, but it's not far from us regardless. So we won't even travel too far in this direction. Oh, we can't, in fact, because that is the end. Okay, I'm gonna start searching. Oh, it's nearby. So just saying that I was gonna start searching some of the doors, but ooh, there we go. The Bailey itself. Unfortunately, we did manage to make it in time. Unfortunately, this might be scary. Hold up. Do any of you kids have ranged things? No? Ooh, yes, some of them do. In fact, that's one who can get to me. Hello, friend. So they are mighted, which is scary. That's a lot of damage, but... Ooh, geez. This is a scary Bailey. I don't like this at all. So many ranged threats. Let's see here. Quite a few more things identified. Might be able to handle this. I'm gonna throw some poison darts at this buddy here. See how it goes. Oh, now there are two of them. This might be a retreat situation. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to go through this environment, and there are probably so many beautiful weapons for me to pick up. Like, what is this guy? Can I see what this guy's wielding here? No, I can't because they're out of sight of me now. I'm curious what this Bardich is stat-wise. Oh, I guess I can go up through here. All the way up here. Do you not say what you're holding? Must not be branded. It must just be enchanted. But yeah, a whole bunch of two-handed polearms, which is awesome for us and definitely something we want. Actually, how much damage do you kids do? 20 plus your Arbalist, eh? Guessing Arbalist is pretty high up there as well. And this one is mighted, so it's dealing 1.5 times as much damage. I'm just so tempted to try and fight through this. This would be a huge bounty. If I had scrolls of fog identified, that'd be handy. It should have been identifying scrolls. It's a consistent and constant problem for me, is I always wait until too late to start going through all of the objects we found in the dungeon. So let's double check a couple things. Dang, the paralyzed did not work. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna throw a couple more darts here. They're either rolling badly or yeah, we just have a decent amount of damage reduction here. You know what, I should not be wasting all of my whatchamacallit, poison darts, because I'm most likely not getting these back. In fact, wow, nothing but warriors, hey? As soon as these polearm buddies are in range of me, things are gonna get scary. Okay. What do I wish to do? As long as I don't step forward, no one gets mited. But I think as soon as I step forward, I get into line of sight of the Orc Knights, and they're gonna start battle crying. Which is unfortunate, because I have to step forward in order to fight these buddies, unless I switch to my Vorpal Halberd. Which I cannot do because I'm wearing a shield. I could switch to the spear, on the other hand. That I could do. But it would kind of suck. That's scary in its own right. The one advantage to fighting pole-armed enemies is if we retreat out this portal, they will not follow us. So that could be handy. Now, take my time here, knowing that in general this run is a little bit quicker, in just terms that it's a beefy fighter. And once we start getting followers, that's a huge step. So if we can make it through this, it would be pretty huge. 2 healing potions available, 2 berserk potions, 2 might. I'm gonna, I drank a potion of might and then immediately got slammed. What hit me? The bolt hit me, and that's it. Wow, that's scary. Well, we're definitely a hit away from death. Or potentially. I guess rather than a hit away from death, I should say a turn of hits away from death. So now is our final moment of make or break. I right click on a healing potion. I was curious if it would give me a number of how much it heals. We should be able to out heal damage taken for sure. The question is by how much. And is it worth it? You know what, screw it. Let's just experiment a little bit. I'm gonna drink 1 healing potion and then immediately get hit down. Okay, we're out. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to explore that Bailey and pick up all the poison darts that we left lying around, it's looking like we gotta leave that one unfinished. It's just a little bit too scary for young Hofi here. I feel like I've almost always get the same Bailey like design when I get it normally, so I was very shocked with that one. It was much scarier than I was anticipating. Also very sad to be killing so many of our orc brethren here, but needs must, unfortunately. Stop. Oh my gosh, stop running into me. Where are you all coming from? Oh no, there's so many. This must be the entrance to the orc mines on this floor, if I had to guess. Keep exploring. Got back a health potion there, one of the ones that we had to expend, so that's good. Ooh, we also are up to 3 piety, so we can now gain orcish followers. I noticed because we've gained an orcish follower. So now the game changes up a little bit for us. We're going to be trying to keep some of these buddies alive. We're not going to worry too much about it because they will die by the handful, and there's not much we can do about it. But to start out here, it'd be nice to get a couple of these bad boys running around with us. I believe that the chance to convert an orc to our side is based off of a mix of piety and our experience level. And so as we go, we'll be able to get stronger and stronger orcs and more orcs onto our side. The other thing to keep in mind is that there are, I also think, 2 chances for an orc to be converted. When they first see us, there's a dice roll. And then if they were not converted then, when we deliver a killing blow on them, there's a chance that they will instead be converted instead of dying. So hopefully we'll be able to build up an army here. Ooh, we have 2 friends. Hello. 3 friends. Hello. This buddy did not join us, so heretics must die. Yeah, this priest is a false priest. Must die. We will pick up this Vorpal hand axe. Because let's see. It's a +3 to accuracy, 7 base damage, which is lower base damage by quite a bit than the war axe here. But between the Vorpal brand and the +1, I think this will hit slightly harder. And it will definitely hit more accurately. So we'll switch over to that for now. And keep it going. Hopefully manage to get some experience for our friends here. Oh, an orc got converted in the back there. That's actually going to be kind of handy. Can help us out. Then I'm going to be tanking all the fighting here. These buddies aren't actually helping out at all, unfortunately, without pole arms, but they will be gaining experience still. Ooh, as long as they don't get steamed out. Okay, good. We got rid of the steam dragon relatively quickly. We may have lost one of our followers, unfortunately. Looks like it. But as long as they stay behind us, ooh, they both just leveled up to warrior status. That's good. But as long as they stay behind us, we should be okay here. The one thing to keep in mind is against enemies like this acid dragon that we're about to fight here, against enemies that have a bolt attack that travels through multiple spaces and hits all targets in the line, we want to be careful to not put our buddies in danger. So I'm going to fight through this ogre on my own, and then I'm going to step back. And now if the acid dragon spits at me, it'll just hit me, and all 3 of us will be slamming away here. So let's get hit in. Okay, thankfully did not take out any of my buddies. Also, already we have gotten a named orc. So as they level up and they get stronger, they will also get names. And once they're named, we have the ability to give them stuff. So that's definitely a huge deal for our buddy here. Pretty awesome. And Arquar, congrats on joining the crew. As for what we give you, you're just wielding a club, hey? That's not great. Can I give you stuff now? I cannot give you stuff yet, so we won't worry about it. I think we need slightly higher piety before we get that ability. Here I'm going to pick up the sling. I'm going to pick up the shield for now as well. And ooh, I never put on these boots I picked up earlier. Let's put on those boots. Ooh, a nice striking red. No complaints there. And we'll keep it going. Most of these buddies I'm not too attached to because through our piety and experience here, yeah, we'll eventually be able to gift some items to our orc followers. But the thing to keep in mind is that we can only gift 1 item to a follower. And so all these buddies have nothing of value on them, which means we'd be giving them the only good thing. When in the future, if we convert an orc that is already a warrior or one of the higher levels of fighter, they'll be wearing stuff like armor. They might even have a shield and a good weapon already, stuff like that. So definitely gets a bit better at that point. In fact, you know what? I'm sorry, friend. You're gonna switch places with me. Oh, never mind. I thought that this orc I switched place with was gonna die, but I wanted multiple of us able to hit the target at the same time. Because contrary to how we are normally playing this game with every other species, we're not always aiming to fight in corridors anymore and choke points. Because sometimes we want to be the ones that are taking advantage of extra attacks. Okay. +1 plate, armor of insecurity. I don't like the contamination brand. But Arlec, RF, and strength +6 is pretty decent for a 3-rune game. +1 could be better. I'll probably shift B to highlight that for now, but not worry too much about it. And then I might actually buy this +1 cloak, because that should give us another 2 armor class points up to 21. Beautiful. And then let's keep it moving, I believe. Now we're just on the hunt for more piety. We converted one wizard, but not the other, so brother turned on brother there. Sorry, friends. And inventory is full, so let's start, much like I mentioned just a little bit ago, let's actually go through and start identifying some of our stuff. Ring of Stealth, Ring of Wizardry, both kind of trash for me personally on this character, that is. So I'll just drop those right away. Let's read 13 Identify Scrolls. I did think they were most likely Identify Scrolls. And then Potions of Flight are the ones that we had the 9 stack of. That makes sense. To make this a bit easier on myself, I'm actually going to right click on the Scrolls of Identify. I'm going to hit I to inscribe. And I'm going to inscribe it with @R1. And so now if I want to read an identify scroll, I can just hit the R key for read and I can hit 1. And it will always pick those, no matter which letter key they're bound to. So definitely a handy little trick. And then, an Amulet of Reflection. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that would have been so handy in that place we went down into. In the Bailey, we would have been reflecting everyone's bolts back at them. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, dang. Oh, well. C'est la vie, and we move on. There will always be more treasure to find down in the depths here. Okay, Potions of Attraction. There we go. We found some negative potions. That's another thing. Potions of Degeneration, another thing we can just drop to the ground. Down to 7 Scrolls of Identify, so I'm going to start going through some of my scrolls. Wow, we have 5 Scrolls of Blinking. That's going to be huge for us. Scrolls of Amnesia, we can just drop right away. Not going to be using too much on this character, if at all. And what else do we wish to identify? Now that we've found Blinking, I kind of want to read ID my scrolls. I don't care as much about wasting one. That was the main type of scroll that we don't want to waste, so let's use the rest of these identify, or at least some of them, maybe on just a couple potions. Resistance. Oh yeah, we'll use them all on potions and just get all of those bad boys identified for the time being here. Okay, and there we go. We've cleared up a decent chunk of space in our inventory. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm gonna just wear the hunting sling. So it turns out that's a really good hunting sling. So I'm going to go to this axe and I'm going to equals key A to bind it to A. Go to my hunting sling, equals key B. And then now we can use the apostrophe key to just quickly switch between those two. So maybe we'll hold the sling out in our hand, and then we can even use that against monsters when we first see them here, try and get some free hits in. Yeah, here's somewhere where I want to be careful with my followers. I definitely don't want to let them fight too many yaks. I also do kind of want to use them to deal some damage. So here's what we're going to do. The main key we'll be using throughout this run to deal with our followers is the T key, because when we hit T, we shout to our allies here. So we can hit TR to tell them to back up, and they'll start going back a little bit here. Think TR more. There we go. And then once we're in the spot that we want to go to, I'm going to TF so they come back to following me. And this is what I was looking for, where we're able to both attack at the same time while our enemy can only hit one of us. Don't die, my warrior friend. We'll just keep hitting tab here. And there we go. We even upgraded you to an Orc Knight. Holy. So as soon as you get your first Orc Knight, that's a pretty huge boost in the amount of damage you can do, because this buddy will start to battle cry all of our other allies and make them deal that bonus damage. Kobold versus Orc. Oh right, I kind of forgot that I was using my sling instead of my axe. That's why we weren't accidentally stepping towards enemies. That makes sense. Did I lose my other warrior? Or are they just still wandering around? Ooh, got snuck up on from behind by a jelly. Almost took out some of my little buddies here. Oh, one of my orcs, yeah, just got blessed. Bio blesses Warak into priesthood. Congrats, Warak. Oh yeah, where is... Oh my gosh, I swear I care about my disciples. What's Akwar? Where's Akwar? I'm not too sure. That's unfortunate. Might have faced an unfortunate... Oh no, there's Arkwar. There's Arkwar. Follow me. Perfect. For now, I'm going to have all my followers with me. At some point, we'll have too many, and we'll definitely want to just leave some behind. I don't know if they will have to be right next to me, but just in case, I'll make sure they are. And okay, we definitely want to find that caravan. Ooh. And here's what we were talking about. So we finally converted our very first orc warrior that was a warrior to start out with. So this buddy has a battle axe and is wearing plate armor already, which is going to be pretty huge. So I'm going to try to keep that buddy alive to start out. And then let's try and find this caravan. Making my way to a side of the map so that things a bit more straightforward. If things start to go really badly in a fight, we can also just retreat through our line of soldiers, which is a nice defensive maneuver for us here. I think I'll keep fighting the whites and let my buddies deal with the hound in the back line. They seem to do okay. An ugly thing is a little scary, so I'm going to let my allies in on that one. And did I miss any text about the timed gate? I don't think so. Stately toll of a very distant bell was when we fought the bullfrog. Oh, jeez. That was a long time ago. But that was also, we were in the center of the map, so we just know that it's somewhere along the extremities. Okay, it's still very distant, so I'm guessing we are unfortunately on the wrong side. Ooh, I don't like you. That's dangerous. We do have a fire wand, so I'm gonna launch one down. I don't really want you in there, Orc Wizard, but I'm probably gonna let you die. Oh, wait, that's so much worse. Arkwar, no! Okay, I'll step forward for now, but the issue is that I want all my buddies hitting alongside me. Can we? Apparently we cannot let the buddy walk up to us. I was hoping to get this ice wraith following us. I'm going to smite it a couple times though. That solves my problems. Let that buddy in. Switch places with my priest as they're pretty weak. There we go. Oh, I do have to heal up, and unfortunately, that bell is still tolling. Ooh, a Death Knight. That's also very scary. Well, right, we are down to D11. Was not paying attention to that. We probably should have just made our way to lair. But instead, we're fighting through the thick of it now. I don't really want to use a phantom mirror or anything that fancy. But I think all of us together can do it. I'm gonna keep smiting this bad boy. Let my orc, oh wow. Orc just stepped right up and walloped the heck out of that buddy. Way to go, Orc Knight. Oh, Harold. What are you doing here? Okay, I'm gonna step up so that all my orcs come through. I'm marked now. That's just grand. Oh, we're so far away from a stairwell. This is gonna be very scary. I don't think we're making it to that interdimensional caravan. I'm gonna be honest with you here. Okay. Let's take a sip break while we think about the best way to deal with Harold here. I just used up a whole bunch of piety in order to smite the targets we were just fighting. But you know what, we should be okay here. As long as our followers step up and start hitting here. Like, what do you hit? 25 plus your battle axe? That's pretty grand. Okay, I'm stepping down. And then Harold can get wailed on by me and my orc buddy here. There we go. Taking it slowly as the axe come pouring in. But, oh, do we leave this buddy to die? Right, we are marked, so I should keep that in mind. That we need to not just survive right now, but survive the waves of enemies that descend upon us. Okay, wait here, wait. A couple turns. Looks like we've got through all of the enemies that were within range to see the mark status.